All right, so Mitchell, we're both in agreement that Jay is terrible when it comes to timing for these podcasts, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
I'm terrible. Let's go. Let's do a chicken rain check to see when I added everybody to get over here because I've done it multiple
I'm
times.
I'm sorry. Both this week and last week, you were like, "Let's do it," and I'm ready, and I'm like, "Let's do it," and you're like, "Hold on, I gotta take a crap."
Okay,
Twice,
okay, yeah, I gotta pee. You want me to
two
what?
week,
You
two
want me to
weeks in a
stop
row.
the pod? You want me to stop the podcast and go pee middle podcast and just hear
No,
people
I
like
just
just hear
think
me
it's
pissing?
Bring
convenient.
it to the podcast. Bring it to
Exactly,
the
just do it.
podcast.
We'll open up a
Yeah.
Know so we can just watch Jay take a crap.
You know,
I
we don't
think
need to
think
know
it's
the Patreon
perfect.
allowed. We want to have to open up an OnlyFans.
Let's get on that
All right.
OnlyFans grind. That's
Bro,
right.
get
Yeah.
that
Staring at the
money.
ceiling OnlyFans.
All right. Anyways, welcome back to Staring at the Ceiling. This week we got the Xbox and Bethesda showcase to talk about, which I know
Shit.
Mitchell has a ton of thoughts on it.
Garbage. Trash.
And we have the
Uh,
Capcom showcase
yeah,
and the Square
Square
Enix
Enix. Yep.
showcase.
And
Basically, E3 without E3.
I have no idea what happened at either Capcom or Square Enix. I'm gonna be honest, was not paying attention to either of those.
You didn't. I'm surprised 'cause I know you follow Resident Evil 8, so I'm surprised you know what came from that.
Nah, the only thing
Cause
I've heard of RE8 since then, I think, was it Jeff Keighley that tweeted it out about something about a third person mode?
okay, so there is you beat the game, right?
No, I haven't played Resident Evil 8 yet.
I
No.
thought you okay. Damn. Well, shit. The DLC spoils the fuck. Okay, basically, the DLC is like after the game, like way after the game, which we were surprised by because of how it ended. And that's the DLC. Like that's new DLC. And then there's also third person mode. And then and I think in the mercenaries mode you can play as Heisenberg, Chris Redfield, and Lady D.
That's kind of dope,
Wow.
though. Okay, yeah, I see
And then
Village getting that. Oh, they talked about the multiplayer mode. You know, that thing that I honestly forgot about.
also RE4 got more gameplay.
Mm-hmm. Uh, 6-player PvP deathmatch game. That's right. Is that free to play or is that a pay for thing?
I think that's in the game.
Okay. And then we got Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. I'm gonna be real here. Still haven't beaten Monster Hunter Rise.
Yeah, you should get on with it.
Okay, they got Goro Magala back and
I played a good bit of Rise, right? I didn't like
A
touch it,
good
like
bit,
dip my
yeah. You know,
toes
you didn't
in.
even get into high rank, but
Like
it's
getting to
fine.
high rank is just so difficult. It makes me have
It's
to like
not. It's
it
not
makes me
that
have to like
difficult,
sit
guys.
down there and
No,
do
it would
I mean,
just
things.
but
it
if you
just be
just if
like,
you just get with people, just
yeah,
get
you
with
just gotta
people.
get.
Like yeah, just go into the gathering hub. Like go at night where the Japanese people are on, and they're gonna come and like help you out with that. At least in there. Now for like the future stuff, you gonna need up. We're gonna be on your level. So we get to the future stuff in high rank. So like we can help you, but
Well, be
you're gonna
master
probably need a
rank.
coordinated team because when we were playing some of those monsters, even on like rank 5, we were getting dusted by some of them people, some of the monsters.
Well,
Because we didn't.
see, the issue is, right, we all start the game, we're like, we're gonna play together. And then, like, I stop for, like, a day or two because I've got, like, work or I'm busy. And y'all have just grinded it out for, like,
Well,
48 hours
no, we
straight.
offer we offer to
That's
play with
the
you. We offer to
issue.
play with you. Don't act like we didn't offer to
No,
play
I
but
with
mean,
you.
no.
if you
Look,
play with
I'm
me
still
where I'm
behind
at,
both
you're
of
just
them.
gonna destroy the monsters, and that's
No,
not a
it does
fun
not work that way.
experience.
It does
No,
not
it
work
doesn't
that
work
way.
that way.
It does not work that way.
I
Trust
mean,
me.
maybe it'll be quicker on like before below high rank, but once you, I mean, I'll be real. The game doesn't start till high rank in the first place because you don't even unlock a lot of the stuff until high rank. And two,
It's kind of like
once you get the high rank, we're actually gonna have to like put in work. Like we can't just sit there
it's
anymore.
look, no, okay. You can't. It's not about looking at it from the perspective of, this is like I gotta do it, the fair way or whatever the fuck. Okay, this is about just playing with your bros. You just gotta grind through. You feel
Get
me?
that grind set.
Yeah, you get that grind
Yeah.
set. So it's just you know, low rank. It just doesn't even really count. Okay, it doesn't even really count. You just got to get to high rank. Okay, that's what
Yeah,
it's all about.
and also
And,
though I'm still behind because
and now,
there. I think Mitchell's at the top, and then I think Brian is almost to the top. I'm still on HR6, and like I think I beat 2 monsters in HR6, which is only 2 levels up in high rank. So I mean, like
And,
it's we
and
still got work.
some break's gonna be introducing master rank too. So
Yeah.
you know,
So it's like a whole different thing, and we still all gotta like we're trying to just like slowly prepare to just transfer over shit from that. So I mean, it's not. I mean, you got time, bro. You literally, if you spend like a day, if I which I would just recommend you like just like not a whole day, but just like once a day, like just do all the missions to rank up to hiring, and then we can just kind of come up there.
I mean, I hope. I hope. No. Okay.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, Mitchell. That's so
Yeah.
sweet. You're so
I am
nice.
sweet. That's
I
right.
mean, I
I
can
am.
help.
You know what?
I am
You know
sweet.
what, Mitchell? I take back everything I've said about you on the podcast. You're such a nice guy.
Yeah, I am. I am. I'm a fucking Giga Chad. That's right.
I
Oh,
Okay.
hope
okay. Let's not
too.
go that far.
Well, we're going that far. We're there. Okay. Accept it.
Now, what's
That's
crazy
what we're
though
gonna
is I'm looking through the recap of this Capcom thing, and I honestly I forgot about that dinosaur game they're making. Was Exoprimal? I
Yeah, that wanna
forgot
be
that existed.
Dino Crisis. That
do. Oh,
pissed a
that
lot of
game.
people off.
They're gonna have a closed network test before its launch in 2023. Didn't they? Did they show this off last year? Is that how I remember it?
They showed it off like some conference. I think it's
It
Sony
was.
conference.
It was somewhere. I don't fucking remember. I think it was a Sony conference or like a state
Yeah,
of
like a
play.
state of
Whatever the fuck.
play. Okay. Yeah, no, I honestly forgot about this dude. Capcom, when it does something new, I just can usually forget about it. But and that's pretty small, but that's not too bad of a showcase. A lot of Resident Evil shit mainly.
My only
Well, let's.
concern was no Mega
Mhm.
Man.
Yeah,
No.
they've kind of been like they went off with a couple collections like with Zero and ZX, and they have just kind of been dormant with it for a while.
The guy who gives info says that they're gonna have something at the end, like in December, but
I think
and there was leaked stuff for it, but we'll see.
the closest thing is that I think that is there are they having Mega Man? Is it called Power Fighters? Is that what it's called?
That was leaked.
No, there's oh my god, there's some Mega Man game,
Oh yeah,
and it's
there's
getting
Power,
re-released in yeah, it's getting
the Capcom
re-released in
Arcade
like
Stadium.
yeah, that's like the closest thing to a Mega Man announcement they've had in a while. But I mean, hey, Capcom's got stuff. It's got its solid stuff going on. But Square Enix's showcase was pretty interesting though. I also didn't watch it, but I looked through it.
Square
And
Enix was fucking killer.
yeah, dude, a lot of people are excited. I don't play their games, but what I found cool was that they're releasing Final Fantasy VII Remake on Steam. And then they actually put a separate logo for the Steam Deck, which is cool, but also this game's gonna fucking murder the Steam Deck, bro. That is a strong game. But they had that. Then they're remaking Crisis Core, which is it's the PSP game,
Uh,
right?
yep, and it's on everything.
That's it.
Probably because it's a remake of a PSP game, and I saw the cutscenes, and while there are some improvements, they are definitely kind of just like reskinning the cutscenes. Of
I
like at
find it
least maybe they're remaking it, but they're not like
I find
what's
it
it
funny
called?
that like Seven remake and the next one, which is what is it, Rebirth? They're they're right
Yeah,
they're on PlayStation, and then you just have the Crisis Core remake, which is gonna be on Switch, and it's like who's just gonna play the Crisis Core remake? Like
the
why?
Crisis Core. I think it's the reason why it's like that is because Sony knows how big of a deal FF7 uh was. It's like when Crash. Now he didn't do it with Spyro, which is kind of weird to me, but when Crash came back, they paid it for it to be exclusive for like a year on PlayStation 4, and they didn't even say it was going to be like a time exclusive at the time. They said it was going to be exclusive. We didn't know it was going to be a time exclusive until they announced the other ports. But they're doing the same thing for FF7. That's like their brand, so like they want to keep that to theirs. Also, like this thing is only going to run on the PC or the Xbox Series X or S. It's not about to run on the Switch. I give up on that.
I know what
Give
you
up
mean.
on that. They
Nah,
showed
dude.
Okay, I don't know what they're
Get that
doing.
cloud version though. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Bro, it'll
Yes.
be
Let's
worse.
fucking go.
No, what
Yes,
was it?
sir.
So I was on Twitter earlier and I saw them talk about Overwatch 2 on the Switch. And I'm over here thinking, if this ain't a cloud version, how the fuck you gonna not have Kingdom Hearts running natively on this console? But you're like, Overwatch 2? That's fine. That'll work.
You see,
It
the
can. I'm pretty sure it can
key
run. They just
difference
didn't
is
want to
they don't
pay.
care.
No,
Yeah,
they totally could have run Kingdom Hearts. Like, at least up to 3, they could have run on the Switch.
they
No,
didn't
no,
want to
3,
pay.
give or take, right? But, like, the rest of them definitely could have run on that console. But,
Yeah, I think they just didn't give a shit. I think that's the fucking.
It's cloud is a cheaper and quicker way to port stuff than actually like porting it. That's why they didn't do it.
yeah, it kind of takes out the whole portable aspect of that console, but, whatever. Yeah, dude,
It's fine.
can't wait,
You
can't
know,
wait for... Can't wait for Final Fantasy VII Remake to be put on the Switch as a cloud version, because that shit ain't running on the console.
you
Speaking of
see,
that, I hope they're not doing. Uh, we all know this shit, so I'm not feeling like hide it. But I swear to God, if Aerith lives in this fucking remake, uh, it's gonna be
she
ass.
dies. Holy shit!
What?
Oh my fucking
Dude,
god!
spoiler warning.
Holy
Oh
shit!
shit, my bad, my bad,
Jesus, Jay. You're gonna have to bleep it
my
out,
bad.
Mitchell.
Oh my
Holy
fucking
shit, my
god,
bad,
dude!
my bad.
Holy shit! But yeah,
Next,
no.
next thing you're gonna tell me is that Cloud is like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't play
Yeah,
Final
you know,
Fantasy. I don't.
yeah. I don't even.
I
I knew
don't.
you were
I
about to
don't.
fumble that.
I
Yeah,
don't play
you
the
can't even say it.
game.
Can't even say it. But from what I've seen and what they've said in interviews, I don't know, they're being really weird with it because they're like, oh, we're gonna like add some new elements, but we want to, but we want it show meteor falling. Obviously, a tragedy is going to occur in part two because like there's like multiple tragedies that occur in that part of the game when it capstones off to the next disc. Uh, but they said they're like, oh, we want to be more faithful to the original. We want to do new things, and they had this thing with Zach and stuff, and it's just I don't know what they're really doing. It's unpredictable.
It's gonna be a
Really,
musical.
I hope.
Yeah,
Oh
just
god, it'd be the
midway
worst
through the
thing.
second part, it turns into a musical.
That'd be the
You never know what Nomura.
that'd be the absolute worst
Fucking
thing.
Sora jumps through a keyhole.
You know.
My only thing is, if you're wondering why they're like walking together, like Cloud and Sephiroth, that's because it's in the past. That's like the when you exit Midgard, like the first thing you do is experience that flashback. It looks really good. I just needed to look scarier because when I played the game on the PS1, the like Mountain of Bell actually looked scary, and like, I wanted to look scary, and I want the creepy music to play
Can we
as
can
I'm
we
walking.
can we talk about
Sephiroth's protecting me.
can we talk about real quick how much of a fucking like machine Nomura is? The fact that he's helping. I'm assuming he's helping with the Crisis Core remake. He's working on the second part and potentially the third part of the remake, and then he's got Kingdom Hearts 4 going on somewhere in there. This man is a
Yeah.
fucking machine.
Yeah, they're
He's doing
working.
well.
Square has a lot of titles in general coming out. Uh, and then we also got Tactics Ogre getting a remake, which is like another one of their properties. But they have because we forget that they're bringing back Valkyrie Profile, and
Mhm.
that got a trailer. Star Ocean 5 or Star Ocean 6 is supposed to release this year. That had gotten a trailer. And then we also forget that Dragon Quest 12 is supposed to come out sometime, and Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D is supposed to come out sometime. You know, they just keep announcing stuff. It's kind of worrying me a little bit because they keep announcing these things, and like they announce it, they show it, and like there's no concrete date on a lot of them. It's kind of annoying. Besides, like, oh, this shit's gonna release this year. And it's like,
Mhm.
okay, well, if you're gonna, it's cool to see all these games, but I would like to have like some concrete release dates before you kind of flex your muscles off.
No,
No, they
none.
just they have to keep flexing their IPs.
Because I want to hear all this crap like, oh, we got to delay this, we got to delay that. Because that's usually what happens. I don't even think FF7 Remake Part 2 is gonna even drop next year. It's gonna watch it. It's gonna be a delay. And like, oh,
Mhm.
we got to delay it.
It does
And
seem pretty quick for that, but then again, they already have a lot of assets, so like I guess it's easier once you've made the initial stuff.
yeah, they're using the same things. The only difference is that like this is gonna be more open ended and open world because it's like how the actual game was. I don't think it's gonna be open world. I think it's gonna be like kind of an open zone, which is what I wanted. Making it open world is a little bit too much, but
Yeah.
open zone is like I just wanted it to act like how it was in the original game, where there's a world map and you walk on that world map mostly, and towns are their own section off thing, like how it was in that game. You explore the world map. That's all I want, and it looks like they're doing that.
Yeah.
Well,
Because that path that they showed to Mountain Depot looked linear as hell. Like it's which I'm fine with because that's like as long as the open part is there because it's how the game was. It was linear paths when you went into areas like that, but the actual world map was open. As long as it's like that, I'm cool. I don't have no issue.
Well,
Man, I wish I had more to talk about on this, but I don't fucking play Final Fantasy.
You should play Final Fantasy. So should you, Mitchell.
I'll get
I
to
bought you Final
it.
Fantasy 7. You need to play
I'll
it.
get to it.
I'll get to
Instead
it.
of playing Fallout 4 again and
Yeah,
installing 50
no.
freaking mods that you're
So-
not gonna play.
So I think
Actually, correction, 134.
So
Okay.
we talked
Oh,
about this
Jesus.
last week, how Mitchell has like an obsession with modding games he doesn't enjoy, and then funnily enough, earlier today we just see a message in one of our like text chats in our server. And Mitchell just goes, "I'm playing Fallout 4 again." Like Mitchell, you have an issue.
Look, listen. Okay, I've got a problem.
It's like a drug. He's off it for a while, and then he just starts to get like hives. It's itching everywhere, and it's like I gotta get back on the game and mod it.
Yeah, it's not like Mitchell doesn't have better things to play. Like if we have gotten Mitchell game, I got Mitchell like this a long time ago, but I got him like Dragon Quest, and then I got it for his birthday like a long time ago, right? And he's like, and he hasn't played it, all right. And he got other games he already bought before that he hasn't played, but it's like Todd Howard comes out of that screen, and he's like, Mitchell, why aren't you playing my games?
Hey, look,
Why aren't you playing my games? Mod my game.
No, what I think
Sometimes.
what happens is Todd Howard. So like Mitchell is like good, right? He's gotten away from it. He's trying out new things, right? He's getting away from the 10 games that he plays constantly, and then like the E3.
Hey.
Hold on. Then the E3 Summer Games Fest area comes around, and then Todd comes back on stage, and suddenly he's like addicted again. It's like Stockholm syndrome.
Listen,
That's it. Mitchell has
It's way more
Stockholm
frequent.
syndrome with Todd Howard.
it's way more frequent than that. Okay, so it can't just be the Summer Games Fest or whatever, or Todd Howard coming on stage. All right?
Oh yeah.
Listen, I played a new game recently. Okay, well, not really new, but I've had it.
Okay.
You know, I haven't beat it in a while. I played Dragon Age Origins recently. Okay, so I don't look. Listen, I play new stuff. Okay, it's just, you know, sometimes I just want to mod a game. Okay, it's just what it is. Okay, it's just, I don't know.
It
I
just
guess I
happens
don't have
to
a
be a
problem, but
game that you hate a lot.
I don't like it. I don't. But the mods are good. That's the problem. It's an uphill battle. Okay, I hate Fallout 4 with a passion. All right, that game is not fun. But I just gotta like. There's an urge. There's an urge. There's a need
You
for me
just
to
have
mod.
Stockholm syndrome, I swear.
The only thing
Oh, I'm
that breaks
fighting
Mitchell off-
against the game. Okay, the
The only thing
mods.
breaks Mitchell
Mods
off
are
is his
too
other bad addiction. It's his Dark Souls.
Okay, I don't play Dark Souls.
He doesn't play Dark
That's a
Souls that
meme.
much.
That's a meme.
That's just
That's
more
a
of
meme.
a
It's
meme.
now the mods are coming. The Fallout's coming out. and
That is a
taking
meme.
over.
That's a meme. Okay, Dark Souls.
Mitchell's relationship
Well,
with
no,
Fallout
when Elden
4.
Ring dropped, you didn't want to mod. You just wanted to play Elden Ring.
Yeah, because
Well,
it was a new
you
game.
know,
That was
last
Elden
one.
Ring. That was Elden Ring. That's a new game. Okay, now to be fair, when a new Souls type drops, I tend to like disappear for a few days. Okay, I got
Like,
Dark Souls 3. I got Dark Souls
I don't
3.
think you ever stopped playing Elden Ring. I think every time I was on, I just saw you playing Elden Ring.
Okay, well I
you
did
put 80
both.
hours
Okay.
in 2 days.
Hey,
Yeah,
It's a good
you
game.
kind of with Mitchell, you kind of wonder how he does things because like a new game will come out that he wants to play, and in 2 days you'll see like 100 hours, and you're like, that's not even physically
impossible.
possible.
when Dark Souls 3 first came out, I got like well, first of all, it came out in Japan earlier, so I had to get the Japanese copy. Okay, just so I could play it early. All right, so I did that. I played that like I beat the game with the Japanese version. And then I got it for the PS4, the English PS4 version, and I got the Steam version at the same time. I dumped like
How
another
did you
80
know
hours.
what to do in the Japanese version?
Hey, you just figure it out as you go along. Okay, it's
Yeah,
not that difficult.
you
All
gotta
right,
I mean,
figure
I
it,
guess,
like in
I've
that
been
yeah.
around the block before. Okay, I know
those
how you work
games
the Souls game.
aren't really that like text heavy too, and I'm pretty sure you had like guides and stuff that were out before that could help.
I would occasionally use a
Uh,
guide, but
for a
it
newly
was not.
released game?
I mean, there were people who were putting out guides. It's Dark Souls 3. It's pretty fucking
Uh,
mainstream at that point. So
gotcha.
people had guides out, but
People
most of it's self-explanatory. It's not, you can just kind of muddle your way through it. It's not too difficult to be real.
nowadays that kind of thing is sort of dead unless the game is Japanese exclusive because they're releasing stuff on time,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which is cool.
But yeah,
But
no, Mitchell's relationship with Fallout 4 is like an abusive relationship. It'll hit him and he'll just be like, God, I know you're bad for me, but I want
I
to
hate it.
mod you so
I hate it.
badly.
I hate it. I hate the fucking game, dude. It's just, and it's not even good for modding. That's the fucking worst part about it. It's not
Then
even good
why
for
do you
fucking modding.
do it?
I don't fucking know. The mods are too good. They be putting
Bruh,
out some fire
it's
mods,
you have
but the
such an
game is
abusive
ass.
I
relationship.
can't I
It's so
can't lie.
ass.
I
Like
kind of
I
understand.
start up that game. I start up that fucking game, and I have that fucking intro where they fucking like have the voice pro tag and everything, and you fucking load it up, and he's like, there's talking, and you don't give a fuck about what the shit they're saying, and it's just like I don't want to play this. I don't. I really don't. But
I just
I
imagine
want to play with those
Mitchell
mods.
in a dark room, boots up Fallout 4, and he just audibly sighs because he knows what he's in for.
I got my
Can't
problems with Skyrim. I got my problems with Skyrim, but at least it's a decent like modding base. Fallout 4 is really just kind of terrible. It's not. It is not. It's got issues, but I'm
I,
still
I
doing it.
will
I don't know
I
why.
will never understand, man. I never have. If I look at a game and I'm like, I just don't want to play you, I just don't do it, man. Like,
I
But the
can't lie. I
mod,
kind of understand Mitchell because Sonic Forces. There are occasions where I'm like, let me just play this garbage again. I'll play on the PC and add a mod that may improve some level design, but not much. Uh, and then I'll play it for like an hour and get upset, and play it for like a week and get upset and get angry, and then delete the game.
copy.
there is no mod in the universe that will make me play that game again. I got it for free on Steam because at one point I think they added it to that Sonic Games collection, and since I already had it, they just gave it to me for free. I still haven't touched it. There, you could make a mod that literally changes the whole game, and I still won't touch it
People are doing the best that they can, but at the end of the day, like a lot of people still stick generations for modding,
because it's
and
just better.
the other thing is that it's because of the way forces controls and forces physics. Like adding levels into that game is not as satisfying as generations because you don't have like the like in generations technically was already limited in some movement options, but forces is really limited movement options. So you're playing that forces style Sonic like in these mods that are trying to like either make new levels or recreate levels, and they're at the mercy of that. And
Mhm.
because of that, like as good as they can be, it's still like I'm still playing Forces Sonic, so I can't. It sucks. So it's this is how it be with
Yeah.
that. Unless someone makes a mod to like change the controls.
See, that's the difference between Mitchell and I. Is Mitchell will get slapped by his abusive girlfriend and just be like, "Is there anything I can do for you, honey?"
That'd be kind of
Meanwhile,
hot to be real.
I kick the abusive girlfriend out. No.
Low key, I'm trying to get abused for real, for real.
No,
No.
Moving on, setting back the clock.
Yeah.
Xbox.
Yeah, so Xbox and Bethesda had their showcase. It was decent.
garbage.
It
I
was not a great
think
show, in my
I
opinion.
think I liked it more than you guys
You
did, but
liked
I
it
still
because they
I
showed
look, hold
Silk
on,
Song.
hold on.
That's why.
We'll
That's why.
get
Let's
to
get to
that in a
let's strike to
second.
the fucking heart of the matter. That's where you're
Okay.
fucking at.
Yeah, so Xbox's Kino for the simple fact that they finally were the one to
It
show
was
off Hollow
ass. It
Knight.
was ass. You just liked it because they showed off Silk Song, which is
Well,
cool.
no, it wasn't just Hollow Knight. Okay, we'll get to the rest of it, but okay,
Counter.
look, Hollow Knight looks really good. I'm upset that there's still no release date, but I finally got to see gameplay, and I'm not gonna lie, I came a little bit in my pants during that time. A little bit, little
What a
nice.
hero.
What?
Okay, well,
Okay, look, I don't think you understand. Look, okay, I get it. There's like the F-Zero people and all those people who are like, "Where's my game? Where's my game?" But Hollow Knight not being shown at any like indie showcases or any E3s for years, it's just been a fucking meme. And I was tired of it, and I'm just glad that we finally got to see the game because it looks so good. It
I
looks
understand though.
so good. Look, I
I
don't
understand that
care
feeling.
if Silksong came out this year, which it's not, right? But if it did come out this year, I don't care if Elden Ring exists, bro. Elden Ring can go fuck itself. Silksong
Well,
would
no,
take over.
I understand the feeling, Noah,
That's
but
cope.
the Xbox conference was still ass.
It
Okay,
was like C. It was like a C.
it was a D.
D.
It was a D. It was
I
not
I
very
would
good.
say like a low C.
It was a D.
But
The
I will
whole
let's
thing.
give them credit. 98% of it was just showing off games, which most
That were
companies don't
ass.
do.
Well,
That
this. I
were
mean, I
primarily
appreciate
ass.
that, but like, I mean, I'm glad we're past the step with them where we're gonna sit there and talk about game. Unless it's Forza, because we gotta sit. We gotta have 10 minutes
Oh,
explaining.
the
They had
Forza.
Oh
10
Jesus!
minutes of Forza. That was the funniest
And
shit.
it makes me mad because like the thing about Forza is like if you actually play the games, like it is a genuine fun car racing game. Like Horizon 5 is really good. They're really good like car racing games, and like it's something that you would like pick up on sale or you pick up on Game Pass and play. It's fine. It's really cool. But it's like one of those things where it's like I don't need to see all this shit. I just want to like pick up the game and play it. We don't need to like repeat because you're gonna say the same. Oh, what's new? The cars are fancier.
You
The
don't
shit.
understand.
Look
A
at all of the
car
shit that
has
you're not gonna see because you're.
ray tracing. You can see the
Yeah.
reflections of other cars.
Which
And
you're
see, it makes me
totally
mad
going to
because
be
you know
paying attention
there's two
to.
different Forzas, right? There's Forza Horizons, like the open world type Forza, where it's open and there's like different objectives on the map, and it's more about exploring the map and finding different like missions and stuff to do on the map. But Forza Motorsport is like Gran Turismo, where you just kind of you're put on like a career mode and you just kind of race in these like tracks and stuff. So you're not really like sitting there taking everything in because it's mostly just straight up racing with Forza Motorsport. So when they say all this stuff is pretty cool, whatever, right? But again, like they focus on this stuff and it's like no one's gonna care. Like maybe Digital Foundry's gonna care when everyone's gonna watch that video for like 2 seconds, but no one's gonna care enough to like do this because everyone's gonna pass by it. It's not I don't know. I appreciate it. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal to sit there for like 10 minutes and kind of bore us while you talk about this shit. Like
Let us tell you why this game is completely different from the last one, guys.
When they showed us that shitty fucking Elder Scrolls Online and then Fallout 76 fucking trailers, and then Pete Hines said, I'm my friend Todd Howard's gonna come and fucking speak to us later or whatever the fuck. And then they went back to
What was the
Forza.
point of
When they went back to fucking Forza, I was about to. I could feel my brain breaking.
I know
could
you
feel
got rock
myself
hard
fucking
when he said Todd Howard. I know you got fucking
rock hard.
Yeah. Mitchell's relationship
You
with
mean I
Todd
picked
Howard's
up
a
a hard
crazy
rock?
one.
Wait, no. Look, listen. Okay, that's not correct. That's not.
Mitchell
Okay
has
to say on the
Stockholm
podcast.
syndrome.
I apologize. Okay, I can be a little bit inflammatory with my language. Okay.
But now,
That's what we
if
say.
people are like, bro, every Nintendo Direct has like a similar thing. Yo, every year you can guarantee that an Xbox E3 or Game Pass show whatever thing, it's always gonna have Forza. It's always gonna have Sea of Thieves. I swear to God, you see that every single year. And I've noticed the past few conferences, I always see that Grounded game. Never like hear anybody talk about it,
It
but
was supposed to come
I
out
see,
last year.
I see
That's
Grounded
game?
like every year.
remember the game, the Honey I Shrunk the Kids game.
Wait, it's not out? I thought it was out.
Yeah, I thought it was out too. I was like, what?
I
Isn't
thought
that
they've
DLC?
I thought
I
that
think it's
no,
DLC
I
or
think they've been
whatever.
releasing content. It's definitely out, Jay. I'm
Yes, it's
pretty
out.
sure.
It's out. It's out. They're
I
just
don't
it's
even know,
DLC or
man.
whatever. I think it was DLC. It was like a DLC or whatever,
They
or
just
like
show
update or
it
some shit.
every year, and
Yeah, I don't know why.
that's the only time I hear about it. It's crazy.
I say the only
Apparently, it's
games,
good. It's got 9 out of 10 on Steam.
the only
Huh.
two games that I liked from that conference was like Ravenlock and that Team Ninja game. That was it.
Apparently, there's like Bloodborne people working on the Team Ninja game. I didn't realize that.
So yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, it's a Souls type game.
Well, probably, maybe, I don't know,
Well,
but
I
they
say a Neo type game. My bad.
well, yeah, the Neo is kind of divorced. It's got a lot of shit on its own to where it
Yeah.
can stand on its own, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's apparently Bloodborne people working on it. I haven't realized that when the game first dropped. So there's that.
Yeah,
It's
they
on
got
I think
that.
the
Ninja,
worst.
so
Wait, is that
That's
are we
gonna
talking
be a
about? Are we talking
banger.
about Wo Long? Is that the game?
Yeah,
Though?
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, okay, okay. I was making sure. I was like, what Team Ninja game? Because I'm gonna be real here. I haven't really checked out a lot of the announcements since the conference, so it's been a few days.
I think the worst thing there was Kojima coming
That
on,
was
and
so
and
okay.
all it was just a moment. It was supposed to be a clap moment,
based.
but it was bad. It was probably a clap please moment, but it was bad because one, he didn't really show anything, and then two, what he was saying does not sound good when
You
he's
were just
trying to make
not
it a
ready.
It's
cloud
the
game.
funniest
You just don't
thing.
understand.
No, so they were like, guys, we could just put Kojima on here and we win. That's it. Bro, they brought Kojima on to just say, guys, I'm making a game. And then he had the balls to be like, it's going to be a cloud game, guys. Get hype.
Based Giga Chad.
Who
Yes.
the
And then it's
fuck?
funny
Who
because you
wants
see
a
the
cloud game?
exactly, and it's funny because you see the
Everyone.
PlayStation dudes like the Sony uh like Sony ponies, like those weird PlayStation fans that get mad at losing their exclusives. They're like upset and they feel betrayed by Kojima because he did this. And I'm like, maybe you dodged the bullet there if he's gonna make that an Xbox exclusive. It's
It's
a fucking
nobody's
cloud
gonna want to
game.
play it. There are gonna be people who just can't play it because they don't have a stable internet connection. Like they're screwed. What? Why would you ever
No, you
want
don't. You just
that?
don't you don't see the vision. Okay, you just don't see the vision.
There's an
Right?
experience that can only be granted with cloud gaming, and that is to lag like a motherfucker. Like,
Exactly.
what?
You
Bro,
don't live in Japan, where they
that
actually
was
have stable internet.
that was the weirdest part of that conference. I honestly forgot about it because it just passed by so quickly.
It was like 5 seconds. It was really odd.
It was about, I would say that was the weirdest part, but definitely the like dumbest part of the conference was when they just had the like, what was it? It was like a 5 minute trailer that was just showing that a bunch of games from Riot was coming to Game Pass.
That was
They
bad
took
like
up
that.
5 minutes of that conference just to say, guys, League
Yeah.
of Legends and all, and Valorant and all that coming to Game Pass,
The
guys. Don't
trash is
worry.
coming to Game Pass. Hooray.
Let's talk about the real fucking quality shit. Okay, that Overwatch 2 trailer. Oh my god, so
Yeah,
Oh
good.
man.
I mean,
Yes.
it's just like as a person that did play Overwatch and like did enjoy it for a bit, at this point, what the fuck is this? Because apparently it's free to play. It's like an upgrade of Overwatch 1. What is this game?
Whoever's decision it was to call it Overwatch 2 should be fired. I don't know.
Seriously,
It's not Overwatch 2.
it's
And
not
nobody
a
cares.
sequel because I think you can just play because don't you get all the content in the first game? I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
how it
It's
free to
works.
play.
literally it's literally just an update. It's
Yeah,
just an
it's
update
either
for
an
Overwatch.
update or it's like you can play with people from Overwatch 2, but if Overwatch 2 is free,
No, it's
then why
an
would you need
update.
to?
Oh,
So it
it's
is an
literally
update.
just an update. It's just an update.
Yeah.
It's just an
And
update
it's
to the
funny
game.
because they hyped up the single player content, and the single player content's not coming until a year later.
It's
That's
like
the most confusing thing on the planet.
imagine setting
I don't
yourself up like that. It's just I don't understand it at all. Why would
You
you
know-
call an update Overwatch 2? That's just so fucking stupid. You're
You know what?
setting
I don't
yourself
even-
up
yeah.
so badly.
I don't even think Overwatch fans want the single player content that they're doing because they this game is always multiplayer. Like no one, like I think the people who were complaining about a single player like, content in this game are like long gone. Like because the people who are there playing, they only play it for multiplayer. Which I mean, I'll give them that. Like we should probably talk about this in the topic. They did make the online free to play, which is uh, a little bit smarter nowadays. But I mean, the game's trash. I don't care.
I
I'm
mean,
not gonna
okay,
touch it.
let's be real here. Like Blizzard is trash, and therefore like we can trash on Overwatch 2. The game is fine. It's fine. It's nothing
Yeah, but
special.
it's
Hey,
just
we
it's
have an
people,
over.
but
Hey,
people in
Noah,
general.
don't make me bring the Overwatch player in here. That's gonna tell you the game is trash.
I played a decent. I played a good amount of
I mean, like
Overwatch.
the consistent Overwatch player that's in here
I
that's
was
gonna tell you it's
consistent.
trash.
I don't play. Okay, I don't play it now, but I was consistent.
That still plays to this day.
It's all right. It's not a good game.
Regardless,
It's all right.
regardless, the player base has dropped off immensely,
Oh
and
yeah, no,
people do
totally.
not care anymore. So it's just we're at where we're at. Who cares?
No, what
Nobody
I found
cares. No
crazy
one
was that
cares.
the player base dropped, and then they made it so like you have specific matchmaking where you have to like choose a role. So like if your matchmaking is terrible right now, why would you make it more specific? Wouldn't you want to broaden it so that it's easier to find games? That makes no sense to me.
Blizzard is famous for their smart decision making.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But what else? Oh yeah, Diablo
It's
Immortal.
another Blizzard thing. I almost forgot about Diablo. I
It
think it looks
it
good.
looks solid, but I think that's just kind of a situation where I don't trust anything that Blizzard makes now.
Mm.
So I'm immensely skeptical of the quality of it, even though literally nothing in that gave me anything to be necessarily concerned about. It's just Blizzard is such a nasty, stinky, fucking diarrhea, dirty ass company that I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
I mean, if
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
get
I'm
it,
skeptical.
I'm gonna wait to see what people say before I get it. But
Yeah,
I
either
mean,
way, it's
hey,
gonna be a wait.
we
But
we played Diablo 3 together. We could play Diablo 4 together too.
we should play Diablo Immortal. Okay, that's what we really need
oh
to play.
no,
Wait,
Diablo
which one's?
Immortal.
Oh, is that the
that's
mobile
The
the
game?
new one.
mobile.
That's that new mobile
Oh
one.
no.
Remember the meme?
Oh, but we can play Diablo 2 remake. I heard that was pretty good.
Maybe. I don't know.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it looks good. Looks like they've made some improvements. They added a new class. It's like a dude with a scythe. It's pretty
Well, it's
sick.
the Necromancer. That's,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I'm just skeptical because it's Blizzard.
Yeah.
Blizzard has been not
That
good.
that brings another topic that got me thinking from those games. I just kind of noticed it because it's been a big thing. Probably should continue this when Brian comes back on the podcast too. So it does involve fighting games. But do you guys honestly think in this era, like with multiplayer games, do you think it's just a smart move just to make them free to play at this point? Because everything has gone free to play that is like it's strictly multiplayer with no single like COD has its Warzone, Apex Legends, Fortnite. All of them are going free to play. Now Overwatch went free to play. When Overwatch first came out, my friends wanted me to play with them. I was like, I'm not going to pay 60 for that game. And I felt that I don't even want to play it when it's free now. But like, I think if it was free to play, I probably would have like tried it out more with them. But it wasn't free to play at the time. So do you guys think that really any multiplayer game can like really survive? And this kind of goes into the topic of fighting games because there are a lot of fighting games, right? That come out nowadays that don't have like any content at all besides just the fighting. And some people like that. But like would you say that's really worth $60 or would you rather that just be a free to play game? You
I
know?
think it's a lot easier for a game. I mean, it's obviously going to be easier for a free to play game because people can just download it, try it. If they like it, they play it. If they don't, they don't. And you always get the option to spend money or not. It's up to you. It also just depends how they do it because you'll have like a free to play what's a good example? Like a mobile game, right? And a lot of mobile games will be like pay to win or they'll make it so you have to spend money to get like the good characters or whatever, especially competitive ones. But if you have like you just have like a free to play like what comes to mind is there's this shooter called Splitgate and it's like it's kind of like Halo but it has like it uses the portal gun kind of like from Portal and it's free to play and it's a really good shooter. um, and it has a battle pass, but you don't need it, right? It's just there for cosmetics and stuff. So
Mhm.
I think that's a good example where you bring them in with the aspect of free to play, and if they want to spend money on it, then they can, and I think that's a good idea. But
Um,
it depends.
I don't know literally anything. Okay, I'm a fucking the word escaped me though. But probably the best path for fighting games specifically to go is free to play. Just because like already paying like I don't know fucking $60 for a fighting game is pretty high ask. Um,
Mhm.
because it's just like it depends. It's all going to be dependent on how much you're willing to invest into multiplayer specifically. A lot of games don't really have that high of a bar in terms of like what you're going to be getting out of like your typical multiplayer matches, but fighting games are kind of their own unique thing. So it would maybe be the best course of action for a lot of fighting games to go free to play because then you just broaden your player base immensely and like a lot more people can start to like get into that like get past that filter that is
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
typical fighting game shit. So I don't know, but
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do
I
is
don't play fighting
like
games, so
all you have to do, and this is for anything, not just fighting games, but like
Like personally,
when you have something like
uh,
Overwatch or fighting games, it's like just make it so you have a few characters at the start, lock the other ones, and you can either spend money to get them right away, or you can take the time to earn them and work them for free. Like you
aka
give people the option. There's gonna be those impatient
aka
people who
your
spend the
money
money.
right now so you can play your character.
Yeah.
That's what it goes because the free play games was going to come down to.
Getting money
Uh,
from free to play games is honestly not that difficult. You just put skins in the game, make it so unlocks can be unlocked through just paying money right then and there. You can earn money pretty easily.
you know.
Because my thing is like I guess right now from what we've seen in Street Fighter Five, like what is got, I think that's like that can be a full price game because it actually has content. It's gonna have a lot of characters for like a launch roster and stuff, right? But when it comes to something like Guilty Gear Strive, uh, where it's basically an arcade port, essentially, right? As of right now, it's an arcade port, and it had like so few characters, and it didn't have anything else to really do besides the arcade mode in like a giant cutscene to watch or a giant movie to watch. I think that really should have went a free to play route because, like I said, like it's trying to hype up the main fight, which is fine, but like it's kind of like nowadays it's not just a fighting game thing either or a multiplayer game thing. Nowadays, certain genres, I hate saying like this because people get very anxious, they get very stupid when it comes to these things, but certain genres just aren't people aren't going to pay that much for certain genres anymore. Like the beat 'em up genre, for instance, no one's going to pay $60 for a beat 'em up. Like it's gonna that they can beat in like an hour
Mhm.
into the characters. Like people are going to pay like $20 for it. That's fine, but no one's going to pay 60 for it. Like just certain genres just don't have that appeal anymore to be like full priced as they were back then.
Yeah, but
Um,
it sucks because it's like you can see that these games put the effort in. Like stuff like DNF, which is about to come out, that looks like Arc System Works puts in a lot of effort into the animations and the effects in their games. You can tell that in that sense it's worth the price, but the amount of content is not worth the price.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want like I think people can kind of confuse it. I don't want. I'm not saying everything needs a story mode. That's not what I want from these games. Is to have all story mode.
Mhm.
I think they should just have like I guess whatever Street Fighter is doing is pretty cool. Have some like extra mode like Tekken Force or something that like still involves the fighting, but lets you do something else with the fighting. And it's
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying like something like that just adds a little bit. Have like an arcade mode with actual cutscenes or something like stuff like that adds a little bit. Soul Calibur does stuff like that. Tekken does stuff like that. Old Tekken does stuff like that. Uh, I'm not asking for anything that's like old. I mean, anything that's new. It's really just stuff from old stuff. But if you don't have it, it's fine. It's just that like you know, just like Guilty Gear right now. In order to get the Guilty Gear those characters, it was like what $85 to get all that stuff, and then you like look at the game and like it was a pain in the ass to do the lobbies in the first place. So that shouldn't even work, and it still barely functions. So that's a bad thing. So the one thing that you would really use the game for doesn't even function right. To get into the lobby and stuff, and then On top of that, like there's just nothing else to do, and the arcade mode itself is lackluster compared to Guilty Gears. So it's just an in. So it's just like, where'd your $85 go to? Like it looks pretty sure, but just like you just kind of feel like it wasn't really worth it because to me it wasn't.
Yeah, I think we just need to
No.
wait until Multiverses, the Warner Brothers Smash game that's coming out, because that's going to be like the first real example of how a free to play fighting game will go.
What
'Cause I
Killer
think it'll be
Instinct
fun.
was.
Yeah, Killer Instinct did it, and it did pretty
The
well too.
problem is Killer Instinct was a game that was too early because that was in the bad time where everybody hated any microtransaction. Those are
Yeah.
anything. And I remember the game getting shat on because they were like, you can't just they're like, oh, you gotta pay for characters. You only get one character. Like, what was this free to play? Like, people were upset during that time.
Mhm.
Yeah, which is crazy because you got access to like you could do anything in the game. The only thing you couldn't do is, I mean, you only got one character at a time, and it's swapped
Yeah.
like every day or something like that.
And the
So it
characters like
was like,
$5 a
yeah, I mean, that's
piece.
pretty.
And
It's
it
pretty
was 30 to
crazy.
get everybody. And you got their stages too when you got them.
Yeah, I think for like just free to play in general, as long as they do it right, I think it's fine. I don't need everything to be free to play, but I mean, if you have a good model for it and it works for your game, then go ahead and do it, right? I don't see a
Yeah,
problem with it.
that's what I feel. If you're not gonna add, if you just want to focus on the fighting and do that, and focus on the multiplayer, I think you should do that because then you don't have to wait. Because then you should get more people into it. I don't know, just don't make anything stupid. The microtransactions, because I don't know. That's the only thing that worries about the multiverses thing. I hope it doesn't turn out like that. But knowing it's Warner Brothers and knowing what they did with a paid game with Mortal Kombat 11, and it's like towers and shit. I'm I'm kind of scared what Warner Brothers is gonna do in the future with the free to play model. It's just that's the only issue with the free to play model is like, what are they gonna do to make you want to pay? And that's the scary
It
part.
seems like all they're doing right now. I think there's going to be a battle pass in that game, and like
There's Battle Pass.
purchasing costumes and stuff like that. If it's like most free to play games are like that, then it shouldn't be anything too crazy.
Oh, what multiverses? Yeah, I think it's just costumes right
Yeah.
now. The
So
little costumes have voices and shit.
yeah, they'll release a costume. It'll be like 10, 15, whatever, and it's like, hey, you want it? Cool. You don't, whatever.
Yeah.
But all right. Going back to the Xbox thing though, let's go back to the other best announcement besides Hollow Knight in this thing. The Persona games all are getting ports.
Persona.
This was fucking awesome. So this was really confusing though because this is an Xbox conference. So they were showing that Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal are all coming to Xbox Game Pass, and it also said like just Xbox in general and Windows. So that's all they said because that's all the Microsoft stuff. But then it took like a while, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's also coming to Steam and PS4, and there's PS5 port for 5." It was really weird. Like I get why they announced it like it because it was an Xbox conference, but it just kind of made it weird and confusing for a bit.
And there's no Switch port.
Bro, Switch people are seething after this. You could see
That
the
is
the
funny.
long list of stuff it's coming out for and just no Switch at all. It's
No
so
Stealth.
bad.
That dude Stealth is pissed off. I know he got mad at the Yakuza thing, which was really funny.
Oh, what? Doc is a.
It was the Yakuza creator had
Mhm.
called. He was saying like,
That
yeah,
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh,
it
where he
was
said that
it.
because it's a baby console or whatever.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then he got upset because it's Stealth, and now people use that as a meme.
Mhm.
It's really funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
no,
know. I don't know. I just find it funny that they keep begging for this thing and then like they don't get it on the Switch, and I don't know why. But it's just I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't know.
yeah, crazy how Atlas is gonna make me buy Persona 5 for a third time. Kind of crazy. But yeah, no, being able to model these games, having them all on Steam, they're all gonna be on PlayStation, just pretty sick. Good stuff, man. This and Hollow Knight is what made this a C minus, Mitchell. It makes so much
No,
sense. It's
No,
kind of sick.
two announcements do not salvage it.
Look,
Oh,
it's
sorry, I
at
It
least
was
it
an
apologize.
wasn't
hour and a half of
okay,
nothing.
but compare that to the like 3 to 4 hour Summer Games Fest where there was literally nothing. I think it's fair.
Okay, well, fucking piss looks better than diarrhea. I don't see the fucking argument.
Look, but hey, there was some diamonds in that piss, right? The Persona and the Hollow Knight, some diamonds in there.
If there's
So there was some
diamonds in
corn in the shit. Okay, all right, thank you.
if there's diamonds in that, then like that's kind of bad. Wouldn't it be like kidney stones or something or blood
Nah,
clots?
nah, nah, nah. It's fine. It's
That
fine.
just
It's
make it
fine.
worse,
No, no, don't
wouldn't
worry
it?
about it.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
I guess we can go to the big part of this showcase, Mitchell's favorite part. Uh, they finally showed off Starfield gameplay.
Yeah,
What do you got, Mitchell? What do you got? What do you think of Starfield?
it's a space game. I mean, like, I don't know. It's I look. I'm watching with a careful eye. Okay, Bethesda, they put out Fallout 3, Skyrim, uh, Fallout 4. All of these games not very dialogue focused. Okay, to be perfectly honest. Okay, not really fun dialogue focused. Okay, and I mean Fallout 3 maybe a little bit, I guess, but a little. But the shooting and the looting is kind of the main attractions when it comes to these games. To be perfectly real with you, um, and I guess the exploration too. The exploration is another big part. Starfield, the shooting, it's better. It's an improvement on Skyrim didn't really have anything, but Fallout 3. But
Yes, I remember in Skyrim
it's
when I could shoot my gun.
you can shoot your fucking bow, Noah. Okay, there's a fucking
Yeah,
bow
yeah,
and you can
yeah.
shoot with it. All right, so yeah, right. But the shooting looks a little. It still looks like Bethesda shooting. Okay, to be frank, it looks like Bethesda shooting. So it's not. I'm not too impressed with that. The shooting, um, it's not looking too hot on that regard. Um, and in terms of like the RPG systems, like I took a look at that perk list and it's just looking like Fallout 4's perk list with you fucking pick a perk and it's like your guns do 15% more damage. Okay, that is not a very in-depth RPG system, which is fine if that's not their intention. Okay, they said they were going back to the RPG roots, but okay, but you know that's fine if that's not their intention. So their intention is probably going to be for this to be some kind of like gun, like shooting looter with like some settlement building or whatever the fuck. I guess it's like a space. It's No Man's Sky. Okay, it's No Man's Sky.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like a Bethesda game to me. Like once it started popping like actual gameplay, I kind of just saw it and I thought, this isn't a Bethesda game. This is some
Oh, it
random
is. It
developer.
is. It is. It's a Bethesda
It's
game.
gonna
It's got
you're
the
gonna see.
it's got the paint of a different game because they got like the
Yeah.
UI and it looks like you're looking at fucking Cyberpunk or some shit. With like the health bars or whatever the fuck. But it's definitely just like Fallout 4 with the coat of paint. I don't know. I'm not seeing the appeal. Like the exploration, there's 1,000 planets. That's what Todd said.
Good
Our
old
good friend
Todd.
Todd.
That's a
Good old
lie.
Todd.
That's all. He's already admitting that's a lie because he said something in a recent interview about the planets.
Well,
He's trying to downplay it what he said. So that's a
whatever.
lie.
It's gonna be 1,000 planets or whatever. A lot of that's just gonna be pre-generated. Obviously, that's fairly obvious.
Oh, he said there's no seamless, like it's not like a seamless
Well,
transition to space.
oh yeah, no shot,
Yeah, yeah,
no shot, no way. Anybody
yeah,
who thought there was going to be a seamless transition between planet when you go to a planet
yeah. No,
was fucking kidding themselves. You're playing a
no,
fucking Bethesda game. That's just there's going to be a fucking loading screen. Okay, no fucking way are you going to be flying through fucking space and you're going to fucking fly into a planet and it's just going to be seamless. You are high. That game would die if they were going
No,
to do
it
that
would be
shit.
fine,
isn't this
dude.
also on the Xbox One? 2, like or the PS4. Isn't this
I didn't even
last gen?
see that. If that's the case, then fuck me, man.
Yeah,
Bruh, they're gonna light
it's not
on
looking good.
fire.
But yeah. So I'm just struggling to see the appeal here. Like, I don't
Dude,
know
I'm just
if
struggling to see because of the 1 frame per second the trailer was going at.
there was some. It was struggling at some points.
It was
Okay,
bad.
there was like a minute where like there's like this shot where like a dude comes onto the fucking screen, like one of the Raiders fucking pops out from cover, and it's not good. It didn't look very good, but I don't know. I'm
I mean, the
skeptical.
first scene where he ship and the robot was walking, you can see the frame rate just like completely die.
It dipped
Just
hard.
yeah, it did hard. Just and I was looking back at it and like, I mean, like here's the thing. I'll give them this. Well, I mean it's Bethesda, but I'll give them this on that front. That like when it comes to these games, like with Sonic Frontiers, we'll talk about that in a minute. But with Sonic Frontiers, like usually these games like look like that when they show off shit because they're showing off like a very early build of the game.
It's Bethesda, man. I don't know. It's Bethesda. I don't know.
I
It'll
mean,
probably
hey,
be
so at least
more fine. Fallout 4, I think, generally was not
I
as
mean
bad as
I
their
mean
previous games.
you were playing on PC though, so with the Fallout 4, and I played it on console on last gen console. Last gen it was going at like what was it 30 frames per second. It was dropping at times. When the 60 FPS update came out, it played on the Series S just like it plays on PC, 60 FPS.
Well, I'm just saying that like Bethesda has a tendency to have some issues, and this seems to be one of their more ambitious games in
Mhm.
general so far. Apparently you can land anywhere on the planet. So I don't
We'll see
know.
That
about that.
just sounds
Uh,
like a load of shit. I'm
Maybe you
sorry,
can maybe
Todd.
you can land anywhere at the Pacific locations we want you to land on the planet.
Well, they said that you can land anywhere on the planet. You can pick a point and land there. So if that's the case, and there really are just like, see, first off, I think that just means the planets are going to be barren as fuck. These planets are about to be barren as a
Yeah, he
motherfucker.
already.
A
I
lot of
mean,
them are.
oh yeah, there's another thing Todd said. He said that this Bethesda game has the most handcrafted content.
Um, it's possible. There's probably going to be a good number of planets that have got some handcrafted stuff. They showed off a couple of cities, so you know, there's that. But I don't know. I'm just skeptical. I'm looking at this with I'm side eyeing this a little bit. I'm not seeing what the appeal. At the very least, there's no fucking voiced pro tag. So
Todd's over here
they
like
did that
every
correct.
planet is gonna be huge and have stuff to do in all of them. Like bullshit, Todd. Don't you look at me and lie
Yeah,
like
Todd.
that.
Going back
Oh,
to our RPG roots,
no, I want
pick a
Todd to lie
perk
to me.
gives you a 15% gun bonus. That's RPG right
What?
there.
Wait,
I love
go to
RPG.
their what was that? Okay, it's probably too dark. For the oh, it's probably too dark for the podcast. But I was talking about that perk from Fallout 2 or Fallout 1. Uh,
What?
he didn't
Child killer.
yeah, that one. Yeah.
Child killer. Yeah. You can
Yeah,
kill
it's a
kids.
little bit too dark for the podcast. I don't know, but
Yeah, you
Wait,
can kill
uh,
what?
kids in Fallout
yeah,
2. I
yeah. In
didn't, but okay.
Fallout 2, you in the original release you could kill kids, but
You can still
they
do it.
did. Oh, you can. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
You can still do it.
Uh,
Don't worry.
but if you do, the game punish you because you get this perk. I forgot the perk's called
Child
Child Killer,
killer.
and then bounty
And
hunters are gonna constantly hunt you down for
yeah, it
doing it.
ruins your reputation and karma and everything.
Yeah,
So it's not like. Apparently, there are like UK copies where the kids are just invisible. Like still there, but they're invisible.
What?
So
yeah,
like it kind of there's a lot of fucky shit with
that's
that. But
weird.
yeah, I don't know. Starfield, it looks like a game. I'm still gonna buy it anyways because I'm fucking
You're Bethesda,
Because you have
Bethesda
a
man.
fucking
Todd,
abusive
I'm
I can't
relationship with
escape it.
Bethesda.
I
yeah,
can't
Todd,
escape it. I'm fucking I'm bound.
Todd
Yeah, I
Howard.
can't even
No,
talk
so
about. I
Bethesda
can't. Yeah,
Bethesda needs a win after
what
the past couple of years
what
because they were
happens? Well, keep going.
okay. Well, they built up goodwill, with fucking plenty of goodwill, like up through like Skyrim. Like people were fucking they loved Bethesda. And then like Fallout 4 hit, it came out with like people like,
hey,
Bethesda a
so
lot.
I had a friend that dropped out of high school for Fallout 4. I wonder how that succeeded for him.
I'm not going to insult the man. But we're fucking and then like they were still like a pretty big beloved, company. And then like Creation Club hit, and then Fallout 76 hit, and they just no people did not fuck with it.
You
They
know
did
what I
not fuck
find
with
weird,
Bethesda at
Mitchell?
all. Hmm?
I see I see Japanese Fallout fans on Twitter, and they're always playing Fallout 76, and they're like enjoying it.
Yeah, they fuck with it. There's some Japanese Fallout fans. There's some Japanese Bethesda fans. There's yeah.
I'm surprised
They
they
are
did it with
there. Don't
Fallout.
worry.
I'm surprised they did it with Fallout 4 though. I mean Fallout 76 though. My bad, because
Yeah.
I don't got updates to
Um,
fix it, but like you think they would.
People have come back to 76 with time. There's still like a player base, and people are they've warmed up to it after the literal fucking shit bed.
And then
Was release.
I see them fighting like these wannabe Skyrim dragons, and I start getting mad. I'm not even like a hardcore Fallout fan like Mitchell, but seeing that shit just pisses me off.
Yeah,
Like
the bat things.
this is like what the like this is not Fallout.
I have no interest to play 76, but that's not the matter. And then okay, but like I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what the public reception to Starfield is.
So
I know this is a game that Todd Howard has been wanting to make for like a minute. Like apparently, like there's posts apparently on like the Google fucking forums or whatever the shit they were, where Todd talks about he want to make a space game or whatever the fuck.
And then he
Um,
said he wants to make. Then he said Fallout 5 announced
oh,
coming
that
out
got announced.
20,
That's never coming out.
2050.
Never coming out.
that won't come out
Fucking
till we're dead.
yeah, it's not coming out till we're dead. Fucking but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I see on a lot of the comments on the trailers that people are like looking forward to it. So it's gonna be interesting to see what the reception is.
See,
I'm waiting it out.
if you guys want a
I'm
visual idea of Mitchell's relationship with new Bethesda releases, so what happens is Todd Howard, like in person specifically, comes to Mitchell's house, knocks on his door. Mitchell opens up, is like, "Wow, Todd Howard! Oh my gosh, why are you
Yeah, Mitchell
here?"
gets on his
And
knees.
they like kiss each other on the lips a little bit because Mitchell just has an abusive relationship. And then Todd punches him against the wall, right? So it's like big boy punch. Mitchell like
And like
thwacks against the wall. Todd tosses
yeah.
his game at Mitchell and says, "Play the fucking game." Steals his wallet, takes the $60 to $70 out, and then runs away. And then they
And then
just
Mitchell's like a freak with it too, because then he'll be like, "Well, that's happening. Like, lie to me, please, Todd. Lie to me.
God, please, Todd. And
Lie
then
to me more.
Todd runs away. Mitchell like orgasms a little bit, and then he goes to play the game for like hundreds of hours.
Lie to me more, Todd, please."
Oh my god, sweet little lies, Tom.
He doesn't deny it either because we know it's true.
Tell me
There
those sweet
reminds me of
little lies.
that picture of Todd Howard with a stand, and the stand's just sweet little lies.
No, it's the picture of Wolverine. He's like caressing the picture. That's Mitchell, except he has a picture of Todd Howard.
I can't lie, when Todd Howard comes onto the stage, I don't know. Something
He's like,
happens to me.
Todd, please,
I
tell me
can't
some
handle it.
lies.
Please lie to me more, Todd, please.
Pete Hines
Todd,
comes
cool.
on, he boos him, but then Todd comes on, he's like, "Yeah, let's go,
Mitchell, I
Todd."
don't know. I mean, I'm surprised Mitchell Pete Hines didn't have an effect on him.
I don't fucking like it, bro.
Right? You don't like Banana Boy?
I don't like that,
troll.
bro.
I
Whatever, it's fine.
can't think of him without that troll image you sent once.
That's the super mutant image.
It was super.
We don't need to.
Look, we all have we can't get on Mitchell too much though. We all have the abusive relationship. But like if a developer releases
Sonic.
something, regardless of what happens,
Sonic.
we buy it. Like Sonic. For me, Pokemon. Like I'll keep buying Pokemon. Doesn't mean I don't let them punch me in the face a few times, maybe kick me while I'm down, but I'm still gonna buy them. You know what? That's fair. It's just the way Mitchell does it is very strange. But hey, we
It's
all
very
have
fun.
our little abusive relationships. It's fine.
It's
So
just
that was
funny to laugh at Mitchell doing it because it's like
It's
all
just
them Todd the
it's
memes.
the fact that Mitchell knows he's doing it, and then he like goes away from the game and then comes back and it's like, I know I'm playing garbage, but God, I can't help myself.
He's at the today. He's at the freaking
nobody
Kaido.
putting out those mods like
No,
on Bethesda
I
games.
told him
What
how
you gonna
long
say?
until you delete the game, and he sent that fucking Kaido fucking image of him crying. I mean, he kind of is like Kaido, to be honest, because he's fucking like just sit like he's like instead of drinking, he's just playing Fallout mods.
No,
And
I can't wait for a month from now when I just see him playing Skyrim again. It's like, well, time to mod Skyrim now.
look, a couple
Mitchell,
more mods for Skyrim drop, and I might have to. Okay, let's see.
what's the rotation, Mitchell? Is it what all are the Bethesda games you mod?
they look no,
Well,
they're
it always defaults back to New Vegas. That's the thing. Okay, it
Okay,
starts
yeah,
off. Sometimes I'll get like the wandering eye. Okay, this is what happened recently. Okay, I was modding New Vegas. I still got like 800 mods for New Vegas installed.
Dear
Right,
God, where do you have the
and they're like,
space, man?
I got a lot of space. Okay, and then fucking I like move over, and like I'm like, oh, some cool mods drop for Fallout 4. I want to play some Fallout 4, and then I start modding for Fallout 4. You know, flash forward to like a month later, at the most, or like maybe 2 months later at the most. And then I'm like, wow, I fucking hate this game. Holy shit. I don't want to play
It
this
just
shit. And
took
then
him
I
a
go back
month.
to mod in New Vegas. And that's how it goes. And then
why would you
sometimes I'll be
mod
like
Morrowind?
Skyrim. Sometimes I'll be like Skyrim. Morrowind's a different beast, though. That's the thing. Morrowind's a different beast. I don't
I
know.
mean, Skyrim got some really good
I'm not
mods.
as I'm not as experienced at modding Morrowind, so
Or
it's kind of
Oblivion. You don't even. I don't even see you play Oblivion, the best Elder Scrolls
I
game.
first off, stop talking. Second of all, Oblivion. I've modded Oblivion a couple of times. It's just rare. It's rare. I gotta get like into a mood. But yeah, it always defaults back to New Vegas. That's just how it goes.
I know
So
it's hard to mod greatness, like to fix improve greatness, but
Stop speaking.
So
well,
as part of your Stockholm syndrome, do you just get amnesia? So you put Fallout 4, like you click it, and you're like, man, why have I not played this game in a while? And it just takes Mitchell a month, and he's
No,
like,
it's
oh
not amnesia.
yeah, it's shit.
No, it's not amnesia. I know damn well what I'm getting into when I started, and then like I started modding it, and I'm like, okay, all right, it's great and all. And then like I play it for like a little bit. I'm like, I'm just fucking disgusted with myself. It's like fucking post nut clarity. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
I don't fucking.
you just look down, your hands are like covered in Fallout playing hands. You're like, oh God, what have I done?
It's fucking disgusting. I don't. It's
Can't
so
even look
bad.
himself in the mirror.
It's so bad. I know it's so bad too, and I fucking hate it. But I'm gonna still gonna mod it though. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I can't really say I have that experience. Like if I play a game continuously, it's because usually I know I like it. I don't typically play games I hate.
The mods, I'm telling you, they put in that work. I don't know.
Like I'm
There's
actually
some good
trying to
mods.
think of a game I've played recently that I just don't enjoy, and it's like honestly, no. I play ones I like.
My modding addiction has been a running theme in this podcast.
It is. It's honestly the
man, it's
biggest meme
okay,
of this
man. Because
podcast.
literally, I don't really so we talk about Sonic Forces again because they try new info, but like, I mean, like it's literally the same thing. With like me and Sonic, like I'll play like the game I don't like, then like go on a rant about it,
And then play
and then
more of
like
it.
yeah, play more of it, and then so on and so forth. But
Mhm.
like it's just no, you just have something you play, and or you like, and you just want it. I mean, you want to try it regardless because it's like a thing of like I knew Forces was gonna be like have a bunch of issues before I dropped, but like I'm still gonna buy it. Like yeah, I like Frontiers a lot. Like this new game plus is amazing. But even if it was looking bad, I'd still be like, okay, I'm buying it. I don't care. Like because it's just Sonic game. I need it. I need to have my say on it, so I can say if the game shit or not.
Mhm.
That's kind of how it is.
It's kind of like League of Legends players where like the
Don't
meme.
compare me to
No,
League of Legends
no,
players.
no, hold on.
Don't you
Cause no,
compare me
hold
to
on. Listen,
subhuman.
listen. Because like the meme in that community is that like they're just like don't play League of Legends. Just God, please, whatever you do, don't play the game because they just hate it, but they just keep playing it, and it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Sometimes they're just games like that. One thing is
Look, hey, you may not like League of Legends, but the player base, you guys aren't so different after all.
don't compare me.
Don't
to me.
compare me to them.
Don't fucking dare do that. Okay. I might have to fucking kick you out of the podcast. If you do that.
No, wait.
Ultimate offense.
I'm the one that records the podcast.
Yeah, I'm the one who edits it. Okay, so
Okay, but what's more
gonna stop me
important? Actually record it? Because you can't edit something if it's not recorded.
here.
Right? Exactly.
Yo,
Uh,
stalemate.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else in this thing, this show. Honestly, I don't think so.
I
Oh,
don't even know nothing else.
never mind. I was gonna say Modern Warfare 2, but that was the Summer Games Fest.
Yeah.
No, that's about it. Yeah, no, it was like a C minus. Come on, guys, let's not be that hard on it.
It was a D.
There's the
Look,
It
they had
was a
some
D.
they had some okay stuff that I probably will never play, like
They had a
Wolong.
10-minute segment where they were talking about the fucking ray tracing on fucking
Okay,
Forza cars.
that could take it
I
down
don't
like
give a shit.
that could take it down like a letter grade.
That's
But when
taking
you
it
look
down
when you
multiple letter
look
grades.
past that, when you
And then they
look-
had the nerve to show another Forza trailer. I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear it. It was not that.
look
No.
when you
Now
look
that we-
past when you look past the Forza, it is an okay showing.
Wow,
That-
what? Pete
that-
Hines fucking waltzing on the fucking stage talking about Elder Scrolls Online, Final 76. I don't care. I don't care.
now that we gotten past the Xbox stuff, can I like spill about Sonic for a little bit?
Sure.
Oh, your weekly Sonic spill? Yeah, go.
I must talk about Sonic or I'll die.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yes, it is. I don't care. Call me out, bitch. But the new gameplay actually looks really good. Can I just say one thing though? Well, I called that people were gonna want to freaking fuck that goddamn new robot that he was fighting.
Oh, the
And
one with the thighs?
Yes. And
It's
I
a
said,
robot.
someone's going to want to fuck.
It is a
Someone's gonna wanna
faceless
fuck,
robot.
It's a statue. It looks like a freaking statue.
Why
bro.
do people want to fuck the robot?
This song, I knew it. I was like, someone's gonna want to fuck this, and then the first thing I see is Fatal, freaking like talking about gassing it up, and then people start making art of it.
Dude, I swear to God, people want to fuck anything nowadays.
Yeah.
They're looking for something. They're like, oh man, there's like all we've seen is Sonic. We haven't seen Amy or anything. We can't draw fan art of Amy in Frontiers. And then it's just like this robot comes on, and suddenly every single like penis in the world just raised at a robot with thighs.
Exactly, they're tripping.
Some people
Yeah, they're
cannot
like-
be saved.
They're making it look like 2B from near
Yeah.
like an art. It's just
It's crazy what
want it.
having
Yeah,
having
that's it.
competent gameplay can do for a game.
yeah. Man, that's what I mean. Like, I just gotta say, why didn't they show that footage first? Because that's like it's like barely any pop in. This is what I expect. I'm gonna be real with you. I expected pop in from this thing,
Mhm.
especially since they got to make this run for the Switch. I expected some form of pop in. It was just pretty bad when they first showed it, but the game looking really good. I see structures in the world and stuff, and we now know it's open zone. It makes more sense now that we know it's open zone. But there's like structures in the world. Like it just looks more vibrant now.
It
Like
looks
you
a
can
lot
tell,
better.
yeah, it's
than
a lot
when they
better.
initially showed it.
The combat is looking fun. They said a 20-30 hour game, which makes sense because like you only get one emerald per island from what we're told. And it took that the guy who played the demo got to play the entire first island, and it took him 4 hours. It took him 4 hours to beat, and he didn't do extra stuff. So there's these 70 things, and we know there's like different biomes because they did list out a desert biome as one of the biomes you can go to, but we haven't even seen a desert yet. So that's probably like a whole island.
Thank God,
Which
a
again is
Sonic
pretty
game
cool.
that you can't beat in 4 hours. Thank God.
I don't say thank God. It's like they're doing everything that I want, But there is one thing I'll mention is interesting. My friend brought this up, but there was like apparently a Demon Slayer leak for this game. So like
What?
you know like the threads, right? Like the little that Tanjiro has. when
Yeah,
they,
where you
like,
can like see
water
when you
it.
can kill them. Yeah.
Yeah, like that thing. So Sonic has that it's like a white. You can barely see it sometimes. It's like a white thread when you're chaining multiple enemies.
Mhm.
It's like a white thread. That leak said that there'll be multiple playable characters in it, and Sega hasn't said anything. I don't think it's true because they're going way too hard on Sonic to add other playable characters to this. They could
Mhm.
do it, but I don't know. But if it's true, because of the so far the story, if you don't know the story right now, the story is that the other characters have lost their memories, and like each island has a character, so you have to collect those hearts. Like the hearts you collect are like Amy's memories. You got to restore memories. I don't know if you restore their memories, then you unlock them, and you can play as them and stuff. But if you can, that'd be that's like the last thing I want. So
Yeah.
they would do it.
Yeah,
And the only
no.
other bad thing is we're gonna say no, no.
I was gonna say quick tangent. I actually did finally watch Demon Slayer season 2 a few days ago. Blitzed through that shit. That was so good, dude. Fucking love Demon Slayer. Like I haven't seen the Mugen Train
Demon
arc
Slayer.
yet. So I didn't watch the movie from Mugen Train, so I watched the arc, and then I watched the Entertainment District arc. Bruh, that shit was so good. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah. Anyway, Sonic.
it was so the cyberspace levels. Uh, I'm seeing Sky Sanctuary and I'm seeing Green Hill in these cyberspace levels. And I could probably give
Well,
it leeway because we got
isn't it
these.
like really shitty screenshots though?
It's really shitty recordings, but I can tell. If it's not them, it's something very similar. And like the thing about it is, I'm just kind of like, I mean, like I'm not gonna get too mad because like we're getting like a full like open zone areas, and it's just like the levels are like from what we're told like special stages rather than like just full levels. But it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, I mean, I'm fine with them taking levels from his past, but can we get shit that we haven't gotten before? Can we see stuff like I don't know, like Mystic Cave Zone or any of the other zones that weren't remade in generations, but instead of seeing Green fucking Hill like every goddamn uh game, like I don't know, man, I'm just tired of that.
I
But it
just
is what it
don't
is,
get.
I
I don't
guess.
get why Sega is just so strict on showing stuff for this game.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest marketing I've ever seen. Like they have a public thing where you can play the game, but you're not allowed to record any footage for it, even though it's a public event, and it makes no sense.
I
Yeah.
feel what Azuka is saying when he said people don't understand. But the thing about him saying that is like people don't understand because you're not helping people understand
Yeah.
understand it well. Like I understand what I'm looking more into the articles and stuff, but people aren't understanding well because the average person is gonna do the average person gonna look at that video, that first IGN video, be like, oh my god, what's wrong with this game? That's how they're gonna like see it, and that's how I
Yeah.
see it.
Doing themselves absolutely no favor with how they're choosing to like go about representing this. Because the more you see of it, the better it looks.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, especially when
So
if the game is coming out this year. I mean, they have like 6 months at most before it comes out. Like you need to be showing stuff for this game.
And
yeah.
most people are saying it's good. There are only a few people who are saying like, "Oh, I didn't really like it," but I think that's just how it's gonna be. I'm just glad with them. And what I didn't like about Force is that they have an idea. They know what they want. They know what crowd are trying to please with this, and they're going full front with it. That's what they always need to do. Instead of doing this thing, we're gonna do half and half and split everything up because we got to appeal to everybody. And it's gonna not appeal to certain people. It's just not going to appeal to certain people in the fan base, but that's okay because Sonic is distinctive and Sonic is multiple things. So it's okay if it can't appeal to these people. It's going to appeal to a lot more people, but it's
No, I don't
better
know
for
what you
it to
mean.
work.
I think it needs classic Sonic. That's what I think it needs.
Yeah,
That'd make it really good.
CP. There are people that are asking for that now, which is like no.
Yeah, they
Mm.
don't need to split their fucking time up trying to appeal to both sides in one game.
Look, as long as the game's good, I don't care, man. I'm just hoping. I would like to see more of it though, because I swear it's like all the cool sounding stuff is what's locked behind these really shitty like photos and camera videos that like you can't make out anything.
Yeah.
It's like, let me launch this at 0.00005 speed and enhance the image to barely see what the fuck is going on.
Watch me really watch you roll. Watch me do that Superman. Man, that old, that the video. That was
I haven't seen all the
like that
videos. I've
song.
only seen a few of them.
No, that video. It's like really terrible quality. It's playing Soldier Boy.
I know what you're talking about
That's hilarious.
with Patrick.
Yeah.
Like, what else do you do when you're playing Soldier Boy? You just record Sonic footage, of course.
Yes.
That's great. But was it? So, I mean, the conferences so far have been pretty good. There's the so far they haven't said there's a Nintendo Direct, but apparently there's a rumor that it's coming on like what, the 29th or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
got leaked. It got leaked.
Yeah,
it's
so
just straight coming.
yeah, that's pretty
That
cool.
was not shit like the other ones.
Yeah. Usually Nintendo has like the best conference during this like E3 time, but who
That
knows?
depends.
I mean, after the Direct, there's like a shit ton of stuff coming out. Cuphead and DNF come out at the end of June, and then a ton of stuff comes out in July. So
Yeah.
it's
I
consistent
think they gotta
releases pretty
have one
much.
because they are going to have to show February showed like what's coming out like in the summer. Then we need to go more in depth on what's coming out in the fall. Now
they got-
they were crazy one year with that
Yeah.
Mario 31st, and they like remember they had like a direct in September for games that were a game that was coming out 2 weeks after, and a game that was coming out 2 months after. In
Yeah, they're
November. That
kind
was
of
just announced.
psychopaths sometimes. But I mean,
Yeah.
they have a decent lineup right now. They have Splatoon in, I think, September, and then they have Pokemon in November. So they have some stuff already, but I would like a little bit more. A little bit.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have more in November and stuff. Also, I heard that the Advance Wars game is not coming out until November now.
Bruh,
So
that's
that's
so rough. That game is done. We all know it's done. Like, it's done.
I mean, I just thought it was. I mean, like, I don't want to get into that subject on the podcast because kind of want to stick to. We don't want to get into all that stuff, but I will just say this: like, I feel like there's already a bunch of stuff going on in the world. Like, I don't think this was gonna really hurt anything or anybody, and I think you should just went to more support for
I mean, even if you delay it for like world events like that, it comes down to how long, right? Like I think delaying it until November is just like that's a little too long. Like it probably should be coming out around now. I don't think it needed that much time.
And as of right now, this thing is not ending anytime soon. So,
Bro. But yeah, so I mean, there's been some leaks. We'll probably talk about those leaks or not. I don't know, but I mean, there's been some leaks for the stuff already. But
Fire
just excited.
Emblem,
Good old Fire Emblem. Can't wait for that one. But I think is Brian gonna be on the next podcast? Do they come back next week?
think so.
Yeah, so
I think maybe I don't know.
Wouldn't you know
I don't
more
know.
than anybody?
Why me?
I don't know.
Well, you're
'Cause
their
you're
best
like
friend
their
in the
actual
world.
friend.
You live there. You live there, and you're their best friend in the world.
It's not like we're
Exactly.
like fucking.
You guys are besties, okay?
You're butt buddies.
You should know
Jay, you
everything.
talk to them more than I do.
You should know everything in
Do I?
Brian's schedule.
Yeah, you do.
Honestly, you kind of do though.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
I'll just get on Discord
It's not
sometimes.
like we're
at,
going
like,
to college together or anything. So,
I'll get on like Discord like midnight and I'll see Jay and Brian in a call. They're just sharing secrets at night together, you know.
yeah.
Oh, it's because Mitchell will come in and then he'll be like coming for like a minute, and then he'll be like, I'm tired and I'm stupid. I'm lame. I want to
What was
sleep.
the last time I said I was tired of a fucking
Look,
call? Okay,
Mitchell
let's
does
not
kind of do
fucking
that.
twist this
He'll
thing.
just come into a call, burp, and then leave, and we're like, all right.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm not race. Okay, what's going on here? What the fuck are we? What narrative are we trying to craft? What the fuck?
Look, you do.
Okay.
If it's already pretty late, sometimes you'll come in, you'll stick around for like 5 to 10 minutes, and you'll just
I'll admit,
burp
I recently,
and leave.
no, I'll admit recently, I'm like fucking, no, that's not that frequent nowadays. Okay, nowadays, in general, we haven't been getting into VCs that much, anyways.
Look,
That's
you've
because-
become
I
a
get the
grandpa. You go to sleep sooner. You're becoming a grandpa. Okay, it's fine.
I'm not becoming a grandpa. But fucking, I sometimes I come in here, I'll be like, I'm tired. Okay, that's been a thing, but it's been a minute. Okay, it's been a minute since that's happened. All right, but yeah, no, I don't know.
Nah, Race is the funniest one though, I swear. Anytime Race comes into a call, he's in here for a while and then just vanishes.
That's why I wait. I'm gonna lie. Race is gonna watch this. I'm gonna roast Race for a minute, but I wait people to come for other people to come in. 'Cause I know Race is gonna like disappear in like a second.
Yeah, right.
I
So
get in
disappear in
there
a minute.
and I'll be alone.
Yeah.
We'll be alone.
No, it's crazy when Race is like, come join and we could talk. It's like, all right, cool. And then like 10 minutes later, he just dips. It's like,
Gone.
you're the one that fucking called
At
me
least
here.
stay for like an
Fucking
hour, bro.
deafens himself with the dips.
Yeah,
For, like,
deafens himself for like an hour and then just leaves the call all of a sudden. Doesn't even say bye. It's like, what the fuck?
At least stay for an hour. I know Race. Y'all know Race is like working on a lot of animation project and stuff. You know, we're proud of him.
He's a
But
busy boy.
Buddy has to. You gonna make time for us. You gotta make time for us.
At least
You know,
I'll say I'm tired. Okay.
yeah.
Well, you're
So let's
always
not
tired. That's not doesn't really
let's not
mean
share.
anything.
I am always tired, but that's besides the point. Look, listen, okay. Let's
Yeah, I'm
not
always tired of your
spread this
shit.
narrative. Let's not spread the narrative, okay? That I'm just fucking coming in and burping and leaving, okay? I don't do that frequently.
Nah, Caden used to do that though. Caden would just come in and burp and leave.
Caden's in the chat.
Caden is gone. Caden is gone.
His mic wasn't working, and then he just never joined.
I don't think he showed up for just a year.
Caden will type out in like a bunch of text chats about what he's up to, so we know what he's up to.
Not uncharacteristic for Caden. Like when the Skype fucking regime died, okay, and we switched over to Discord, Caden was like absent for like a year. So it's not that crazy.
What he does. Meanwhile, I am on top of my game. I'm always here. I'm present. I just do my thing, dude. I'm just here.
Yeah.
What is that? You got something to say?
Posted the wrong chats.
Okay, I can't help that we literally have 10 million channels for the same thing.
It is so simple. No, it's so simple. It's so unimaginably simple, and you just posted the wrong channels.
10 million channels for the same thing. We have like
pretty self-explanatory.
There's like 2 different music channels. There's like there's supposed to be
2 different music channels. We got
there's
one.
Like 50 different gaming channels, but then there's like a specific general chat to put anything in. So if I put something in there, look, it's the general chat. I'm allowed to do that.
You are, but I mean, it's just every time. Like you post the Xbox thing. Like no, we posted like 10 different places.
And no. I put fucking something happened in the Pokemon anime. And I was like, I want to post this. And I put it in the anime discussion thing. And Mitchell's like, put it in the television and movie channel. Bitch, it's anime related.
What was it? I remember.
It was Serena returning in the Journey show. And I posted that, and he's like, put it in the other channel. I was like, the fuck? It's anime.
I don't know.
Psychopath.
I don't know about that. I don't know if that happened.
I am 100% certain that happened because I was honestly confused.
I'm not gonna look for it. You know what? Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, take my word for it, bitch.
For now, I'll believe your lies. For now.
I'm not Todd Howard over here, okay?
Okay, Noah. But yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm here all the time. Every single time I'm here.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. Let's not gas yourself too much.
Sometimes I'm a sleepy boy, okay? I can't help it.
Yeah, sure.
Because, look, I'm here, like, during the day. These fuckers won't talk until, like, midnight. And I'm not here for that sometimes.
Hey, look, listen. I'm at work during the day.
I found it. No, you posted it in the fucking movie and television channel.
Okay, because it is
anime.
It is a television show. Therefore, technically,
you had to scroll past the fucking chat called anime discussion when we posted in the television and movie chat.
But
I don't
it
want to
is
fucking hear
technically television. It counts.
It's so easy, Noah. It's so easy.
Why do we have 10 million text channels?
You don't follow the norms, Noah. Okay, you're Discord illiterate.
I'm just gonna post them all in the general chat from now on, and you can't stop me.
I can't, and I won't.
Exactly.
That's just how it's gonna be.
Free country boys.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we've hit about time. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Time.
You know what's crazy is I
Wow.
think next week I don't think there's anything like happening, so we actually have to come up with topics
More
again.
Sonic news.
Oh my god!
Yes.
I
And
still,
then
I still
I'm pretty
have.
sure gonna be more Nintendo leaks, and well, now we can actually talk about other stuff. We can. Man, it's not gonna be that hard because we're just talking about like current events. This is the month where all these events are happening, so we gotta talk about. We gotta
Yeah,
talk
pretty
about it.
much.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, what's crazy is I told you guys in the channel that we have for the podcast to put any ideas for topics down, and none of you fuckers use it.
It's too much work.
It's literally not.
50
If
topics.
something comes to your mind, just type it in the
I
chat.
don't
That's all
feel
you
I
have to
put like
do.
50 topics at once,
I
and I
don't
was like,
You did that right at the
feel like
beginning, and we went
said, let me
through
know what's about these
them.
topics, and y'all didn't say nothing.
And no, we
Y'all didn't
used
say
most
I
of them
don't
near the
feel
beginning.
like it.
Mitchell, it literally takes 5 seconds. It's absolutely
I don't
insane.
feel like it.
Absolutely insane.
You know what? Just like how it takes 5 seconds for you to see the chat called anime discussion and post an anime picture.
That is
in
completely
there,
different.
You know, maybe I'm just too tired.
You
to
are
fucking
such a
express my
hypocrite. It's
ideas.
absolutely insane.
I'm
No,
the hypocrite.
No.
I'm the hypocrite. I don't want to fucking hear it.
no
I don't
wonder
wanna
you
hear
let
it.
Todd Howard punch you in the face.
I don't want to fucking hear it.
Mm-hmm. But I guess we'll see what happens next week. But I think that's about it. You guys got anything else?
Well, let's end off on Jay's reaction to this image on about to send the voice chat.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Jay, look at that.
we
We could have
both
talked
just
about One
know.
Piece.
That
We'll say that for next chat. We'll say
Maybe we
it's too
could-
late.
Oh.
maybe we can do that in like a I don't know separate thing. I don't know. It feels
What is
weird
it
talking
gonna
about
be?
this.
You guys can have a
What-
One Piece episode.
What is
Get Brian back. Get Brian back in here, and I'll...
ban Mitchell, ban him. Ban.
All right.
Okay.
All
Ban
right,
Mitchell
I
from
guess
the
we're done here.
podcast.
But thank y'all for listening. And
Ban
yeah,
him
that's
from the
about it.
podcast now.
Look, there's no issue with it. Check us out down below on all our
Ban him from
socials
the
and stuff.
podcast now.
We'll see you guys
Yes.
next week with more stuff.
Bye.
Bye.
I can't even describe it on YouTube.